students, welcome to the English class. Today we will be discussing the third poem of your book Woven Words, and the poem name is Coming. And this poem is a very beautiful creation of the poet Philip Larkin. Okay, so this poem is related to the forgotten childhood, and the poet himself is the protagonist in this poem, and he is just now want to enjoy the childhood. Okay, and he has compared the childhood with the spring season, as all the surroundings become beautiful and full of energy with the arrival of spring season in the atmosphere. So in the same manner, when a person gets a chance to enjoy his childhood, then the same happiness, the same laughter comes in his life also. So let us discuss first of all the theme of the poem. So it is a poem, means coming. Coming is a poem about the arrival of spring. So here two things are going parallel. First is the spring season among all the season, because it is the most pleasant season among all. Throughout the year, everyone waits for this season, and the feelings of contentment that come with it, means when this season comes, so all kind of satisfaction comes in everyone, means even the human beings enjoy it, animals and birds enjoy it, and nature itself enjoys it. Okay, so that sort of contentment, means that sort of satisfaction comes with the arrival of this season. And along with this, one more thing is going on parallelly, that is the spring season is considered as childhood in the life of a human being. Means a human being waits for the enjoyment of their childhood, and everyone who has grown up and he just want that childhood back, and he want to enjoy this childhood back. Okay, so the poem's theme is based on the idea of renewal. Renewal means something new, and joy that comes with the birth of spring. Means the poem is expressing the renewal and joy that comes after the arrival of spring season in the environment, and after the arrival of childhood in human beings' life. So that is being explained here. Spring is being used as a metaphor. So metaphor is a poetic device where some sort of comparison is being made by the poet in his poem. So this is called a metaphor. Spring is being used just like a metaphor for new life. Okay, and is something that the poet looks forward to after the harshness of winter. So just after the harshness of winter, because during the winter season everything gets drier, just after the winter autumn season comes, and after that autumn season winter season comes. So after that harshness of winter, harshness of autumn which comes along with the winter season, so after that the poet is eagerly waiting, and here the winter season and the autumn season symbolizes the adulthood of the poet, and he wants that renewal of childhood again. So this is all the theme of the poem. So now we will discuss the poem, about the poet, and the complete poem along with its explanation through the PPT presentation. As you know, today we will be discussing the third poem of your book Woven Words, which is written by Philip Larkin. So let us first of all discuss about the poet. So Philip Larkin was born in Coventry, England in the year 1922, and he was died in the year 1985. He emerged as a leader of movement in English poetry in the 50s. His principal works are The North Ship, The Less Deceived, The Whitsun Weddings, High Windows. These all are his principal, means main works. His themes are themes of writing are love, change, disenchantment, etc. means many more others. They are universally liked by the reader. So Philip Larkin highlighted the themes of love, change and disenchantment, and therefore his readers love to read his writings. So let us begin about the poem. So the poem coming is been taken from the volume The Less Deceived. Here in the introduction of the poet we have discussed that he has written The Less Deceived poem creation for volume, and from that volume coming is one of the poem, and the poem coming establishes a kinship with the environment. Means coming gives us the message of human beings are how much close to environment and how they enjoy the various seasons. The title of the poem coming symbolizes the coming of the childhood in a person's life, which has been pointed as the arrival of spring season. So as the spring season is considered as the most pleasant season among all the seasons, in the same manner among all the stages of human life, childhood is considered as the most beautiful stage. So childhood and spring both are synonymous to happiness, means both the things gives happiness to human beings. So happiness is spread all over in the environment when spring arises, and in the childhood the child remains very happy, and even the adults and the old people, when they memorize, they recall their childhood, they too feel too much happiness. As the indication of spring's arrival spreads a fresh lease of life everywhere in the nature, arousal of childhood feeling in a person's heart make him happy to the core. Means as the arrival of spring gives happiness and spreads greenery everywhere in the nature, in the same manner when in the heart of an adult the memories of childhood comes, then from the core of his heart he become happy. This poem seems to be autobiographical in nature, and the poet himself appears to be the protagonist. Means in this poem the main character, means the poet is discussing about himself, so he is the protagonist of the poem, and it is just like the autobiographical, means the poet is sharing his own experience here. It is a beautiful poem without any fixed rhyme scheme, means there is no rhyming scheme in this poem, so it is quite beautiful poem. So let us discuss the first stanza of the poem. On longer evenings, light, chill and yellow baths the serene foreheads of houses. So this is the first stanza, and here the poet is talking about summers. So let us discuss the explanation of stanza 1. The poet is talking about the long and cold autumn season, and one day he sees in the evening that the sun is setting and it is showering its yellow light, which is unable to give hotness to the cold days, and is lightening in the outer corners of the house. He is saying that the autumn season has covered the roofs of the houses with a strange silence. Means here the poet is saying that autumn season, during the autumn season the sunlight is not able to give warmness to the people, and even that yellow light of the sun covers the roof of the houses. Okay, so here the autumn symbolizes the adult age of a human being, and he is saying that there is no color and no enjoyment in the life, only he is trying to live, but there is no motive of life. He is quite silent, and some sort of strange silence is there in all around the surroundings. So let us discuss the second stanza of the poem. A thrush sings, laurel surrounded, in the deep bare garden, its fresh peeled voice astonishing the brickwork. So this is the second stanza of the poem. So here brickwork means the buildings constructed by human being. Astonishing means surprising, and the fresh peeled voice means
the voice which is new for us, which is fresh for us, which we have never heard. Let us see the explanation of stanza 2. Inside the garden, in the midst of the bushes, there is a shining thrush bird. Thrush bird is a singing bird which is singing, and the bushes are without any leaves. And in the or during the autumn season there remains no leaves on the trees, and therefore the bushes are without any trees, they are bare. The poet is saying that the sweet voice of the thrush bird is breaking the silence of the sad environment. So the magic of the beautiful voice is being explained. Beautiful voice of the bird thrush is explained here by the poet. And what is the magic of the bird? That is, it is breaking the silence of the sad environment, means it is changing the atmosphere, and it is awakening the non-living objects like the bricks which are sleeping, means it is surprising, and it is awakening those things which cannot even awake, just like the brickwork means just like the non-living things, buildings. Okay, let us see the third stanza of the poem. It will be spring soon, it will be spring soon, and I, whose childhood is a forgotten boredom, feel like a child who comes on a scene of adult reconciling and can understand nothing but the unusual laughter and starts to be happy. So, this is the third stanza. And what is the effect of spring season or the voice of that beautiful thrush bird on the poet? That has been explained in this stanza. Let us see the explanation of third stanza of the poem. The voice of the thrush bird is recalling everything and everyone, including the poet, that spring is coming soon. Means it is just the reminder, that voice of that bird is just the reminder of the arrival of spring season just after the autumn season. Means the change will be there, the happiness will be there in the atmosphere. And the coming of the spring season recalls the poet about his forgotten childhood. Means when he come to know about the spring season is arriving soon, then he just memorized his forgotten childhood also, that which was the spring season of his life. Happiness is now going to knock on the door of the poet, on the door of that life which had not left any other option except adulthood. So poet is saying that happiness will again be there in his life, as he is at the stage of adulthood of his life, and where he doesn't have any other option, and he has to bear all the responsibilities of adulthood, and he has to remain show that maturity here, and he cannot laugh unusually at this stage of life. Now with the coming of childhood means happiness in poet's life, the poet is so much happy as if the fountain of happiness is flowing inside the poet's heart. So poet is so much happy as if the fountain of happiness is overflowing in the poet's heart. He has become very happy. He wants to show his happiness to everyone by showing the smile. So by laughing unusually, he just wants to show that happiness of his heart to everyone whosoever looks at him, which he was having on his face. And he is saying that the smile is having no place and no meaning in the adulthood of the poet. So he is saying that smile doesn't have any meaning at this stage of life, and when the childhood will again arrive in the life of the poet, then he can unusually smile, and he will be able to enjoy all aspects of life at that stage. So here in the poem, the poet has beautifully explained the spring season, and on the parallel the childhood, both are symbolic to each other. So this is all the poem with the explanation.
So students, I hope you all have enjoyed the poem very well, and if you find any difficulty, then you just read the poem once more so that your all the difficulties will be sorted out. Thank you.